What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today I want to talk Trials of Osiris, specifically about this spookified Trials of Osiris, this weekend's Festival of the Lost themed Trials. Now, if you haven't played yet, there's a few things that you're going to notice as far as changes go right off the bat. Number one, you cannot revive your teammates. Number two, there is no radar. And number three, there are a couple of visual and audio effects that you'll notice right off the bat that don't really change gameplay up, just add a little bit of flavor, try and make it a little more spooky. Now, I want to start this conversation by saying I really enjoyed my time with Trials of Osiris so far. I'm looking forward to playing more tonight and over the course of the next couple of days because I thought it was a really refreshing change to Trials of Osiris. Having no radar really changes up the game. Instead of having a bunch of hard scopers just scoping at every lane that you could possibly come from because they see you on their radar the entire time, you really can surprise these guys. You really can pull off some amazing flanks. No radar in Trials of Osiris is super fun. I've heard some complaints. There's not enough audio information in Destiny to have no radar. And while I normally do agree, it's a one weekend thing. It's just for fun. And I did start getting used to using doors as cues to when somebody's coming, or using the sound of their double jump or their shoulder charge activation, stuff like that. As I played more and more, and I played a good 6 hours yesterday, I realized that there is quite a bit of audio information in Destiny. No, you can't hear footsteps like you can in a game like Call of Duty, but as you play more and more, you do hear more and more information come. Now, sometimes, if a player is smart, they can definitely flank you and do so almost silently. I found myself using the Dune Marchers at one point because I could navigate the map with my Titan while staying on the ground very, very quickly and pull off some awesome flanks. And I like that. I like the fact that you could flank, you could stay off the radar because there was no radar. And if you were smart enough not to double jump, the enemy really didn't know which way you were coming from. I thought that was a lot of fun. As far as no reses go, I also really like that. I like the fact that when you died, that was it. You were done for the round. You could, however, still be helpful to your team by watching where other enemy players were. You could look at your ghost and kind of look around and, using good communication, call out where the enemy players are so that your teammates had the information that they needed to be successful. I've heard some players say we'd like to see that kind of ghost call-out thing go away, and I'm not completely against that idea, but I did have fun doing it because when I did die, I still felt like I was a useful part of the team as long as I was communicating with my teammates. And I also liked the gameplay that I had to realize where the enemy ghosts were, where the enemy players had died, realizing that they could be calling out where my position was. Perhaps I was in a 1v1 against one other player. I had two ghosts in the map somewhere telling me where the enemy player might be, but I also had to realize that there were two enemy ghosts telling my enemy where I might be, and I had to keep that in mind. It made it pretty interesting to me. Finally, it was a one-off, and I really thought that was fun. I play a lot of Trials of Osiris. I play multiple hours every weekend. I'm not good enough that I go to the Lighthouse every weekend, but I have a good time anyway. I have a good time spending time with my friends in a competitive mode, and I get really excited and I get really passionate about wins and losses, and that's a lot of fun for me. It does sometimes get a little bit boring, though. It's been the same game mode for basically a year and a half. And, it can get a little old and a little repetitive after a while. So having to rethink the way I navigate inside Trials of Osiris, having to rethink the way I play a game, having to rethink how effective are flanks now that there is no radar, it really changed things up for me. And I liked it quite a bit. I do understand that a lot of players didn't like it. And to those players, I say, that's okay that you didn't like it. Take this weekend off. There's a bunch of other games that just came out. Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, Skyrim Special Edition. There's a lot of different stuff to play this weekend in particular. So if you're not a big fan of the way they did this one weekend of Trials, I don't really think it's that big a deal, to be honest with you. You know that it's going to go back as soon as Festival of the Lost is over. And I thought it was really cool that Bungie decided to switch it up for just 1 week. I really enjoyed the transition, the change, and knowing that it's going to go back means that it was a really low stakes change. It means that I can just enjoy this 1 week of having absolute chaos and really fun flanks and a real emphasis on communication, even more so than normal Trials of Osiris, and just have fun with it and not have to worry about, hey, I gotta, really break it down and understand what's wrong with this and what's right with this, because this is the way it's going to move forward, and I want to make sure Bungie hears my opinion so that they know what changes to make in the future. No, I don't have to do that, because this is just a 1 maybe 2 weekend thing, and then it'll go right back to the way it was. So it's really a low stakes kind of thing, and I gotta say, I'm just having a fun time with Trials of Osiris right now. It's a little more chaotic than normal. It's a little more fun to flank than normal because the enemy team just has no idea which way you're coming from. But at the same time, I have no idea where the enemy team is coming from. Sure, there's a little more camping going on. I can definitely see that. I see a lot of people kind of hiding in dark corners, and that's a thing that happens in video games. So get used to that. Having no radar definitely is going to enhance the camper's ability to stay hidden. But I really did enjoy the changes. I hope you guys are enjoying it too, and if you didn't, that's okay. It'll change back soon enough. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.